Here's today's agenda for information webinar. We have the Dr. Lawrence Sobozet, our department head, and he will give a welcome remark. And then we will go to the next stage of this informational webinar. We have 3 speakers. So they will talk about their graduate student life and career after graduation. So first speaker is the Mr. Dorai Raj. He got master's degree here in our program in EE in 2018. He is currently senior RF hardware engineer at Qualcomm Technologies. And Mr. Chorikar is the second speaker, and he just got master's degree in EE last year, and he is a senior engineer at Mabel Technology. And third speaker joins with us today is the Mr. Satish. He got the master's degree in CE last year, and he is working at Amazon Web Services as a software development engineer. After that, I will move into the last stage of this information webinar. I will introduce our ECE graduate program, and FAQ is handled over there, and we will have a chance to ask questions live and answer over there. So I will handle the last stage of this information webinar. Mayank Singhal is current master's student in CE program, and he is working in ECE graduate office as a student worker. So Mayank will mostly handle your questions live in the chat box. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our department head, Dr. Lawrence Sobozet. He has a lot of the recognition in research and teaching. As you can see here, he is a fellow of American Vacuum Society. Larry?
Thank you, JB. Now I've got my mute turned off. Welcome, everybody. It's wonderful to have you here. I hope that you fully actually enjoy this informational webinar, as well as learn the things that you need to know to be able to be successful here at UTD. I'm really excited about the prospect of having you here as our graduate students. So we've got some wonderful programs for you here, and an absolutely stellar faculty from which you will be able to learn a variety of new and useful things. ECE is the largest PhD program here on campus at UT Dallas. So I want to encourage all of you to be thinking about your PhD programs as well as master's degree programs. Come on in, get your master's degree. You will be pursued by a wide range of companies coming out of your master's program here. And then we'll see if maybe we can keep you here at UTD instead for a PhD, perhaps, as well. So we have faculty in a variety of areas, but you know what? I see that there is someone whose hand is up. So maybe I'll let you go ahead and ask a question if you want. I see Ethan. Let me see if I can see it in the chat. You forgot to register, so you're here. There are quite a few things in the chat, so and I don't hear you unmuting to say something, so I'm going to go ahead and continue on. Very good. We have a variety of excellent master's degree programs, and we've purposefully made them so that you would have some very substantial freedom in them to pursue the peculiar area of electrical and computer engineering that most interests you. So we have concentrations, is what we call them, in devices, in circuits and systems, in power and energy, in signals and systems, as well as in computer engineering or digital, electrical engineering, digital engineering as well. We have here in that circuits and systems area, one of the best, if not the best, in the world, analog integrated circuit design groups. They are part of TexAce, and there's a wide and wonderful array of coursework that you could take in this as part of your master's program. Dr. Lee here is in the devices group. We've got some wonderful faculty there as well, and we're adding to that this year too. We've got some wonderful in the signals and systems, some great faculty there too. We're adding another faculty member there. So, and her specialty is very much in applied machine learning. So there's opportunity here for you to take applied machine learning coursework in both electrical engineering and in the computer engineering side. I have regularly have companies emailing to me, contacting me about how it is that they can get better access to our students, both undergraduate and masters in particular. So connect up with our office, with our advising office, and you can look very effectively at doing an internship while you're here as well. One last thing, and then I'll turn it back over to you, JB, and that's that the Dallas, the North Dallas area is absolutely wondrously multicultural. It is a safe and very enjoyable place to live. There are people from all across the globe populating this area. In my own neighborhood, I have people literally from all across the globe living next door to me. And the reason is because we have such a high-tech industry presence here in the North Dallas area. And high-tech industry hires the best engineers irrespective of where they were born in the United States. So you get a great chance here. And that, by the way, impacts the ability to do internships here too. So companies are very interested in our engineers because they have engineers from all across the globe already. So JB, let me go ahead and turn it back over to you. Thanks guys for letting me welcome you. And I hope I get to see you here in the coming months.
Thanks a lot, Larry. So let me just go ahead and continue. So next up is that we have the three speakers. So we have the first, the Mr. Dorai Raj, got master's degree in EE in 2018. So let us hear Mr. Dorai Raj. Oops, sorry.
JB, I'm not getting his voice at all.
Okay. Give me a second.
Hello everyone, my name is Anil Kumar Raj. I'm currently working as a senior RF hardware engineer at Qualcomm Technologies. Firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Lee for giving me an opportunity to present myself as an alumni of UTD. Firstly, let me introduce about myself. I did graduate from my bachelor's degree in the year 2014 at Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, India. And in the year 2016, I started pursuing my master's at the University of Texas at Dallas in the field of electrical engineering, specialized in RF and communications. After my third semester, I did an internship at Skyworks Solutions as an RF design and validation intern. To highlight, I did receive this opportunity through the career fair that is being conducted at our university. Coming into the work experiences I had, in the year 2014, I started working at Broadcom as a Wi-Fi test engineer. Almost spent a couple of years working over there and then started pursuing my master's in 2016. And as I said, in the third semester, I did get an opportunity to work as a RF design and validation intern at Skyworks Solutions. And after my graduation of my master's, I did start working at Skyworks Solutions as an RF characterization engineer. I almost spent an year working over there and then did get an opportunity to work as a senior RF engineer at Motorola Mobility from the year 2020 to 2021. And my roles and responsibilities were to design the latest flagship products like Razer 5G flip phones, which was really a cool product that I have been a part of designing it. And in the year 2021, I had to move to Qualcomm Technologies as I did get an opportunity working as a senior RF hardware engineer over there. And I'm currently working in the same position. A few things that I wanted everyone to be aware of is UTD has been producing great engineers every year and making this world a better place for innovation. In the companies I did work for, can be either Skyworks or a Motorola or a Qualcomm, any company I go, 4 out of 10 engineers are from the UTD. And this number has been increasing day by day with the new engineers coming up from UTD. This itself is showing us how strong our core structures have been designed and how strong have we been contributing to the real world. Looking into the top product based companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, and even the Qualcomm, we do have all our alumni working in the key positions designing highly innovative products. And I'm really proud of being an alumnus of this UTD. The UTD Electrical Engineering has a great course structure with many lab courses in RF and wireless that has been helping students get more exposure and learning experiences. Finally, I would like to put a message to future students is that UTD has many diversified courses. Students had to plan properly in choosing the right courses and use every single resources to a max extent provided by the university. As of what I have experienced, every professor at UTD is highly knowledgeable and very helpful. They are always available to students for any doubts or clarifications on the subjects. And all the best to everyone and welcome to UTD. Thank you.
So that was the first speaker, and now we are going to move to the second speaker, Mr. Chorikar. He graduated from our master's program in EE last year, and he is working at Mabel Technology.
Hello, my name is Samir Nitin Savikar. I came to UTD as an international student in 2019 to pursue MS in electrical engineering. I wanted a career in digital IC design, so I chose computing systems as concentration because all the 3 core courses aligned with my career interests. The advisors at the ECE department guided me to select courses such that I had the entire curriculum divided perfectly to balance the workload. This included taking courses that helped me secure a summer 2020 internship at Maxim Integrated. Due to pandemic, the internship was a work from home affair, but I got a good taste of how the industry functions and what are the expectations from an engineer working in the field of semiconductors. Therefore, I highly recommend doing an internship while you are still at UTD. I graduated in May 2021. The following month, I started working for Marvell Semiconductor as a digital IC design engineer. I am based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. The knowledge gained in the class and hands-on project work in all the courses at UTD helped me through the interview process. As you are aware, the post-pandemic market has been really very good for candidates seeking jobs in the semiconductor industry. Most of the companies are on an upward trajectory with regards to design wins and revenue earned. This has created a requirement of engineers, and hence there are lots of jobs open in all the stages of IC design, right from RTL to manufacture and test. In conclusion, I can say that UTD played a vital role in giving me the knowledge to be industry ready. The curriculum is well designed by the ECE department. I also got valuable input from the career development cell for writing resume and interview practice. I am active on LinkedIn and write posts regularly on digital design concepts and interview techniques. Hope you have a good time at UTD just like I did. Happy learning. Whoosh.
All right, so that was the second speaker, Mr. Chorikar, and let's move on to next speaker. The next speaker is Mr. Shashank Satish. Shashank graduated from our CE program last year, and he is working at Amazon Web Services. Shashank, are you here?
Yes, Professor. Yeah.
Let me stop sharing my screen, and you can just go ahead and start your speech.
Sure. So thanks a lot, Professor. So I work for AWS, Amazon Web Services, in the artificial intelligence domain, more specifically in the computer vision and the faces recognition part. So let me walk through my timeline at UTD and how I enjoyed studying my master's there. So it all began in fall 2019. So that's when I came to the US. So the moment I landed here in the US, I had the help of the Indian Student Association in having me getting settled down with the US climate and other factors. Then shortly after that, I had the orientation. So I had the opportunity to meet up with my advisors. They were super helpful in helping me decide the courses that I want to take during the entire program. Then the courses began and the classes began. So the professors were super helpful. So I used to often meet up with them after the classes during their office hours, and also probably schedule a meeting with them post the classes and or on days that they don't have office hours. So I used to talk with them about different technologies that's been used in the industries, different tools, and also ask them questions about the classes. uh, so the next part was, the COVID came and the university went into a remote remote thing. And the best part was the UT Dallas had the health service center on campus. So the students were provided with the vaccines. We had adequate support and care at the university. Then shortly after that, I joined the Department of ECE as a student worker. So for about 1 year, from December 2020 till I graduated, I was a student worker in the Department of ECE, where I learned a lot about soft skills, primarily soft skills about communication, communicating with different departments, establishing relationships. So the best part came after that. So I had the opportunity to meet up with the Eric Johnson Career Services, the ECS, for my for mock-up interviews, for resume editing and whatnot. So shortly after that, I attended my interview with Amazon and other companies. So I got an offer with two companies, and I chose Amazon. So before leaving, I have a small thing suggestion to say. The first one is, be focused on your career or what domain you want to study in. Most importantly, have fun while studying. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I would be happy to help if you have any more questions. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Professor.
Thank you so much, Shashank. Shashank is joining with us from California, so it is really early in the morning, and I really appreciate that you share your valuable time with us for future students. So you are here just until last year, and it's really greatly helpful for prospective students to hear you. So thank you, Shashank. Really appreciate it. So let me go ahead and share the screen again and move on. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me include this sound and go ahead and share this screen. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So next, I'd like to talk about the ECE graduate program. So the first, I'd like to give you the fast facts about the our engineering school here at University of Texas at Dallas. Eric Johnson School was established in 1986. So our engineering school is pretty young school, and the university itself is established in 1969. So it is also pretty young university. So the founder of the university is the three founders of Texas Instruments. So we have this the deep the root of linkage between Texas Instruments and University of Texas at Dallas. So our Eric Johnson Engineering School has several departments: electrical and computer engineering, computer science, and material science and engineering, and mechanical engineering, and biomedical engineering, and systems engineering. So engineering school total undergraduate programs, 6,700 students. ECE program, we have undergraduate students 1,100. And master's program, total master's program students in engineering school is 1,460. And out of 1,460, a little bit more than 200 students are from ECE. And PhD program, about 600 total students in engineering school. And we have more than 200 students from ECE in the PhD program. So you can see our PhD program is large compared to the bachelor's and master's program. In our department, the faculty members, there are a total of 38 tenure track faculty members and 12 non-tenure track faculty members. We just hired two new faculty members, so this number will become 40, and likely we will have one more than 41 in the fall semester, and we'll have the more in non-tenure track the faculty as well. Out of these, the 50 faculty members, there are a lot of our colleagues, they are very well recognized in professional society like IEEE. And we have the total of 16 IEEE fellows in our department. And as you saw that Dr. Larry Obazet is the fellow of the American Vacuum Society. So a lot of our colleagues are recognized the highest honor in those the professional society. So by just looking at this number, the 69 fellows, you may not see this high number in other schools. So this shows the how good our faculty in electrical and computer engineering department. For annual research expenditures, the engineering school total is $43 million last year. And out of 43, $9 million is from electrical and computer engineering. One of the things that I really want to boast about our program, our electrical and computer engineering program, is internships. So for the year 2019 and 20, 138 total number of students, 138 students got internships from electrical and computer engineering. In the year 2020 and 2021, note that this is the peak of a pandemic. We still had, we were still able to get the 113 of our students got internships in industry. Okay, so just by looking at these numbers, you can see compared to these numbers here, and many PhD students really don't get the internships because they are focusing on research. Of course, some of them go internships, but they mostly focus on research. So just looking at these numbers, you can see that, if you want to pursue internships, there is a very high chance of the getting internships while you are doing master's program in our graduate program here. In terms of ranking, the U.S. News and World Report in 2023 just announced couple months ago, and our computer engineering program is 47th in the nation, and 27th in public universities in the nation, and 3rd in Texas public universities after UT Austin and Texas A&M. Electrical engineering and telecommunication engineering, we are ranked 51st in the nation, and 29th in public universities, and once again, 3rd in Texas public universities. We believe our ranking should be much higher than this, much better than this. But you know, we are so young universities and young programs, so it takes really time to you know, climb up the ladder, and building a reputation, it takes time. So, but I believe the faculty, the quality of our faculty and quality of our programs and quality of our distinguished the graduate students who alumni and all that, you know, our program should be ranked much higher, and I think that will take a little bit more time. Another fact that I want to share with you is this American Society of Engineering Education report in 2019. And this shows that the number of masters in EE and CE awarded is our program is 9th in the nation and 32nd in the nation. And number of PhD in EE and CE awarded, we are 5th largest in EE and 29th largest in CE in the nation. So this shows that the number of graduating students is pretty large. So the program is large and program is in high quality. That's what I want to share with you. Another data point that I want to share with you is this ICE report. This is Immigration and Customs Enforcement, one of the federal agencies in U.S. government. And they published this data in 2021. This is the number of students participated in the OPT program in STEM. So it is not just for electrical and computer engineering. It encompasses entire engineering and entire the science program as well. But it just shows that how large our university program is in engineering and science. So we are number 2 in OPT program in STEM. So look at this, the UTD, the students employed through OPT, it is 2,569, and we are just behind the Northeastern universities. I'd like to let you know that we were used to be number 1. Northeastern was number 2, and UTD was number 1 for many years. And just 2021, we were slightly falling behind the Northeastern University. You can see USC, Columbia University, UT Arlington, Arizona State, Carnegie Mellon, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, UC Berkeley, New York University, Purdue University. You know, all these universities are following us in terms of the number of the STEM OPT authorizations. What I want to share with you in this slide is our top employers for electrical and computer engineering graduate students. Intel Corporation is number 1 employer of our graduate students. You know, Intel Corporation hired whopping number of the 150 for the past 5 years. In average, every year they hire 30 students directly from our electrical and computer engineering graduate programs. That is a high number. With this Intel Corporation's high number, Qualcomm Technology is number 2, Apple number 3, AMD, Microsoft, Nokia, Qorvo, Microchip Technology. It is not in ranking order. Texas Instruments obviously is one of the top employers, and there are so many companies that you know, they are they hire our graduate students. So, the two of our alumni already talked about the excellent the career services provided by the university and engineering school. I'd like to introduce the Johnson Career Services. That is the Eric Johnson Engineering School, the office that provides all these career services. So let me go ahead and turn this the voice on.
Did you know that there's an office whose purpose is to help ECS students prepare to get a job? As an ECS student, you have the use of Johnson Career Services. Our internship coordinators are ready to help you prepare to get a job, whether an internship or a full-time position. We offer numerous workshops to support your job search from start to finish. From building your technical resume to preparing for interviews, we've got you covered. We're also happy to work with you individually on your resume and answer your job search questions. Each long semester, we offer internship fairs and we provide employer recruiting events throughout the year. If you have an internship related to your major, we even have classes that you can take for credit. Good luck on your job search, and please contact your internship coordinator for more information.
So once you join us and you are interested in internships, then you can contact Johnson Career Services just based on your last name. The A to L go to the Ms. Stewart, and M to Z go to Ms. Udowick, and they will provide all these great career services. You heard that the first speaker of our alumni, Mr. Dorai Raj, he just got his internship from career fair. So Johnson Career Services service is greatly helpful for for you to get a job and internships.
Did you know that there's an office?
Are you guys still hear me clearly?
Yes, Professor. Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. I want to just double check. So let me go ahead and introduce our electrical engineering programs. Electrical engineering programs has 5 concentrations: circuits, computing systems, devices, power electronics and energy systems, and signals and systems. All these, the 5 concentration for master's degree, you need 30 semester credit hours, and 9 semester credit hours are core courses, and 18 semester credit hours are concentration electives, and 3 semester credit hour is school-wide electives. So the circuits concentration, it is for design and analysis of advanced electronic circuits. I don't want to read all this. So there are 3 core courses for circuits concentration: VLSI design, analog IC design, RF and microwave circuits. So either you want to design circuit, you want to be a circuit designer or RF engineer, hardware engineer, then this is the right concentration. By the way, this the underlined the text is clickable link, and you can directly go to this link and find more information on this concentration. So next concentration that I want to talk about is the devices concentration. So devices concentration studies about semiconductor device modeling and plasma science and MEMS devices, biosensors, and those kind of things. And there are 3 core courses. They are fields and waves, quantum physical electronics, and semiconductor processing technology. And third concentration in EE that I want to talk about is the power electronics and energy systems. And with transportation electrification, this is really hot the concentration these days, and distributed power generation, and the power electronics and motors and drivers and those kind of things are focus of this concentration. And 3 core courses include power electronics, general theory of electric machines, control modeling, simulation in power electronics. The next concentration is signals and systems. This signal systems also has the 9 semester credit hour required core courses. It's a slightly different from other concentration that this course is required, and out of these 3 you can choose 2 courses as required core courses. So probability, random variables and statistics, linear systems, digital communication systems, and DSP1. In these signals and systems concentration, there are 2 main thrusters: communications and signal processing. So communications, it all handles about the wireless communications and communication networks and things like that. And signal processing handles the speech processing, image processing, and applied machine learning and AI and those kind of things in the signal processing. The last concentration that I want to talk about is the computing systems concentration in EE. Computing systems have the 3 core courses: advanced digital logic, computer architecture, and microprocessor systems. So that is the 5 concentration in electrical engineering. For those who are coming for our computer engineering programs for master's degree in computer engineering program, there are 2 concentrations. So the first concentration is embedded systems concentration, and the second concentration is computer systems concentrations. Slightly different from EE, the CE requires 4 core courses. In embedded systems concentration, microprocessor and embedded systems, computer architecture, design and analysis of reconfigurable computing systems, and applied DSP are core courses. And for computer systems concentration, computer architecture, BRSI design and analysis of computer algorithms, and advanced OS, those are computer systems concentration core courses. So third, the program that we offer in our ECE department is telecommunication engineering program. So MSTE program requires 5 core courses, and they are algorithmic aspects of telecommunication networks, probability, random variables and statistics, digital communication systems, and performance of computer systems, and advanced communication and computer networks.
Professor, if you don't mind, can I ask you a question related to the computer engineering course?
Can you hold your question and ask in the live session after all this presentation?
Perfect, sure.
Thank you. So let me continue on. And like I said, you will have the chance to ask questions live after my presentation. Okay, so just the ask your questions live after my presentation. So this last slide set is basically this is about the frequently asked questions, and so we provide the answers here. So this the website link that goes directly for our FAQ page. So you can always find the information in that web page for most common questions. And graduate handbook, you can directly go to this website right here and download it. So you can have access to there. So this is the frequently asked questions web page right there. Again, this is a link. So I'd like to go over some most common questions in FAQ. So most common questions from our applicants are: is GRE or TOEFL waived? For spring 2022 semester and on, GRE is required for applications. So please be sure to know that there is no waiver of GRE. And for those who have hard time reserving a seat in test center, please note that the GRE is available as GRE at home. So as long as you have the reliable internet connection, then you can take GRE at home. TOEFL is part of the English proficiency. So we don't just accept TOEFL as an English proficiency requirement. IELTS is another, PTE and Duolingo are also accepted. So all these are meeting is basically the satisfying the English proficiency requirement. And this is a university requirement, not the departmental requirement. So there is no really any room to accept, for those who have the lower score than these scores in the parentheses. So this is a bare minimum score that you must meet to satisfy the English proficiency requirement. When you report to your English proficiency, please do use the school code that is 6897. That is University of Texas at Dallas. English proficiency is waived for many countries because their primary language of the instruction is English. So you can click here to find the list of English proficiency waived countries. I just wrote it down, a few countries here: Canada, of course, India is another, Ireland, Kenya, Nigeria, Philippines, UK, of course. They are, the list. They are in the list of the English proficiency waived countries. Another common question is about the application fee and the sum of the holds. So once application document submission is completed, the department reviews documents, and we do not upload documents. It is you as an applicant, you can just upload any and all document into the application portal. And if you do have some technical issue on uploading documents, then you need to contact Office of Admission and Enrollment. And there are engineers there and technologists there, and they handle those issues, not the department. So do not send any documents to the department, and you either upload it yourself or contact Office of Admission and Enrollment for their help. Many students ask about the application fee waiver. The ECE department has no authority to waive the fee, and the university policy is very clear that the application fee waiver applies to only UTD students or U.S. military personnel. So most the international students or the out of the students, prospective students from out of state, and you are not eligible for fee waiver. And another common question is, can I defer to a later term? And the answer is yes. You can defer your admission online if you need to defer, and you can defer it all for yourself. So just click here and you can find more information, but it is all in application portal. There is, basically in Galaxy portal that you can choose the term that you want to defer, and you can do it all for yourself. No department involvement, or you don't need to notify to anyone in the university. It is automatically done in the system once you do it in portal. This deferment is only allowed up to 1 year. Deferment for more than 1 year is not allowed, and re-application is needed. Another common question that we receive is that I was admitted to electrical engineering program or computer science program. Can I change to the computer engineering? The answer is no, because electrical engineering, computer engineering, telecommunication engineering, computer science, it is all different graduate program recognized by THECB, Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. So even though they are in ECE or CS is different department, you know, they are all totally different graduate programs. So you cannot switch back and forth between graduate program. So what is needed? If you are if you change your mind to, I want to really go into CE rather than CS or EE or vice versa, then you need to apply. So you need to apply to the new program. Another common question is the you know, the fall 2022 admitted students. The question is, when should I arrive? You know, we will have the orientation, and orientation is mandatory for any new students. Okay, so for fall 2022 semester orientation, it will be virtual, and it will be on May 25th, 2022, 9 a.m. CDT. Okay, just like this same time for the information webinar. Okay, and all newly admitted students and all deferred students to fall 2022, you will be informed. But just in case you are not informed, then you know you can always contact us. And when should you arrive? Basically, it depends on when the class starts. And the first day of class for the fall 2022 semester is August the 22nd. And F1 students are allowed to arrive in the US 30 days prior to the program start date. So that means that you can arrive from July 23rd until August the 21st. So that's that you need to plan accordingly. Please note that there is no online class option at all in the fall 2022 semester. Even spring 2022 semester, you know, most of the this spring 2022 semester was 100% in person, and I don't think the year will go back to online option anymore unless the very drastic change in pandemic and variant of the COVID. So do not expect any online class at all. For those who are interested in TA and RA, and TA appointments are yearly basis. So fall 2023 and spring 23, or fall 23 and spring 24, something like that. It is highly competitive, and priority is given to the PhD students. And faculty support is crucial. So if you want to be considered for the TA, already fall 22 is already done, and you are still interested, then you need to talk to the faculty, the faculty of your research interest, and they need to see your background, and they need to accept you in their lab, and then they will sponsor your application. Then your application will be favorably reviewed, and without faculty's support, having this assistantship is nearly zero the probability. So talk to the faculty or your research interest. RAs are strictly from the faculty members the funding. So once again, for this you need to contact faculty of your research interest. For scholarship, the most common scholarship for incoming master's students is Johnson School Dean's Graduate Studies Scholarships. I'm not sure if you applied and admitted. I'm not sure some of you did not apply for scholarship. You should. Okay, it is not automatic, so you should apply for scholarship to be considered. For this Johnson School Dean's Graduate Studies Scholarship, awards $1,000, and $1,000 is not really that a lot of money, but it may come with in-state tuition rate. So you don't pay out-of-state tuition, and it you pay institution. So that's a substantial saving of money that is enabled by this $1,000 scholarship. So all eligible students will be informed once the scholarship is available. If you did not hear yet, you are missed for some reason. So now you hear me, go ahead and click this link and go ahead and apply for the scholarship as soon as possible. The deadline for this scholarship application is May 13th. So don't wait until the last minute. So go ahead and apply right away if you did not so yet. If you already did, wait. Do not submit duplicate application. Okay. So once again, this the scholarship is merit-based and not need-based. Your need is not considered. It is not a factor at all. So do not send us all the details of your financial need. It is merit-based. And what I mean by merit is basically your previous the academic institution's academic record, that is GPA, and your GRE score. So high GPA, high GRE scores are crucial factors for the winning this scholarship. First batch of the fall 2022 spring 23 awardees were already selected, and they got informed about this selection, and the last batch of awardees will be selected and announced by the end of the May this month. There are a lot of fellowships actually. All these fellowships I don't want to read, and most deadlines for these fellowships are in June each year. So if you're coming in the fall semester, you need to work hard and show your good academic performance, and you can apply for June next year. So these fellowships are not just the one student awardee. Some fellowships are so large that it selects 15 awardees and something like that. And the amount of the fellowships varies from one fellowship to another. So I want to just mention that good large number of the fellowships are awarded every year. For master's students, the degree requirements are shown here in the graduate catalog. Once again, master's degree requires 30 semester credit hours. Out of 30, that 9 semester credit hours are core courses. But if you take the 9 semester credit hours in fall semester and spring semester, the 3 long semesters and 3 semester credit hours in summer, you can graduate in a master's degree in 1.5 years. But many students take the 2+ years. Why? Because they want to get internships. And as you heard me, that almost everyone in our graduate program, they have a chance to get internships, and those internships, the position you better for job placement. Okay, so many students take the 2+ years, and some students get even 2 internships and things like that to prepare themselves better. So for master students, we have the so-called the degree plan, and all master students must submit the first semester degree plan by the end of the first semester, but it is strongly recommended to submit it when you register before the first semester. And the final degree plan is absolutely necessary, and this is this should be submitted by the end of the 1 semester prior to graduation. So it is kind of the gauge check if you are good to graduate when you want to graduate. Like I mentioned, every concentration has core courses and elective courses. So choose your classes carefully to maximize learning and graduate on time, and take required core courses as quickly as possible. And so this the degree requirements, your program degree requirement, core degree requirement, and overall the GPA requirement, all a minimum of 3.0. If any of this is below 3.0, you cannot graduate. Okay? And less than 3.0 GPA will result in academic probation. And not having an overall 3.0 GPA for 3 consecutive semesters will result in being dismissed from the university. And cannot repeat a course more than once, and no more than 3 courses can be repeated. All these I just tell you because of it is rule, but vast majority of our graduate students really don't face this kind of issue. Just small handful number of students for some personal reasons and some health reasons, they face this kind of issue. But vast majority of students good and they don't face this kind of issue. Make sure all the official rules are followed. The ECE department is can advise all these academic issues, but for whenever you have some questions about the I-20 and your visa and those kind of things, and OPT and those kind of things, you need to contact ISSO, International Students and Scholars Office, because ECE department does not have any knowledge about immigration. For internships, once again, you know, our graduate program office does not have the much of knowledge. Of course, we have data and all those, and we talk with our own students, but internship related matters should go through the Johnson Career Services because they are the office responsible about all the internships in engineering school. And never say I was told, I thought, I assumed, and you know, to face some issue and there are some consequences. Once again, vast majority students, they don't need to even talk about this, and they just the graduate on time without any issue. But there are always a small number of a handful number of students face this issue, and they did not follow, and they just heard their friends not contacting our graduate program office. You know, you can always contact the graduate program office if you have any questions before you come, and after you join with us, you can always contact us for any questions, any doubts. So master's program, there are non-thesis options and thesis options. I already mentioned all this, but for a few number of students are interested in thesis option. For thesis option, it is different from non-thesis option, that you must have the 12 semester credit hours of research for in the case of the EE, and in the case of CE and TE, you must have the 6 hours of research and 9 hours of research for your master's degree with thesis option. And for thesis option, basically this is kind of the bridging program towards PhD, the program. And there are a small number of the competitive pathways to research scholarship available for those who in the master's program with the thesis option. If you are PhD students, first thing first, you must find a research advisor as soon as possible. What I mean by as soon as possible is well before you arrive the university. So if you are admitted into the PhD program, now is the time that you need to contact the faculty of your research interest. You need to find your advisor. So once you find an advisor, then you can get financial support, and you know your research is outlined even before you arrive at the university. Sorry about this. For PhD requirement, you can click this link and you can see all those detailed information. For PhD, you need to complete a minimum of 75 semester credit hours beyond the baccalaureate degree. But if you are admitted into the PhD program with your master's degree, then what you need to do is the 45 semester credit hours. So 30 credit hours are all automatically credited for the master's degree. So the minimum credit hours required for the PhD graduation is 45 semester credit hours. For those who are accepted into the PhD program without master's degree, then you need to take 30 semester credit hour for graduate level for master's degree, and then do 45 semester credit hours. For PhD students, the degree plan is not there. You need to submit milestone agreement form, and this milestone agreement form every year signed by your advisor, and it must be turned in. For PhD students, you need to go through the qualifying exam and proposal, and then dissertation defense. The qualifying exam is divided into two parts. The first part tests background knowledge, and it is by taking 2 graduate level courses here at UTD, and part 2 is tests research capability. So these 2 graduate level courses you must take here as a PhD student, no matter how many the credits you have before you coming to our PhD program. And you need to get B+ or better the grade for those 2 courses, then you pass the part 1. For PhD students with master's degree, you need to pass, you must pass qualifying exam within 3 long semesters. For those who accepted as a PhD student without master's degree, you need to pass qualifying exam within 4 long semesters. Okay, and each student need to pass the qualifying exam in 2 attempts. For those who are coming for fall 2022, and it is for the master's degree programs, we have the good news for you. ECE department was able to secure some good amount of money, and we secured a total of 150 brand new laptops from Dell. It is not, you know, a mediocre laptop. It is, you know, a very new, the cutting edge laptop, and it is the price more than $1,100. Okay, and once again, this is the brand new laptop. It is not touched by anyone else, and it will be, you know, ready to be distributed to you once you arrive here. And if you complete registration for classes and you are physically here and you sign the form, then you can get this laptop. This is not permanently the given to you. This is you know, kind of the loaner, so you can use this laptop as long as you stay here in our ECE graduate program until your graduation. Once you graduate, you must return this laptop. For fall 2022 incoming students, once again, May 25th is the date for fall 2022 orientation, and it will be virtual through this MS Teams link. And once again, this is mandatory for any new students, so you must be there. Okay. After you attend this orientation, you can meet with your faculty advisor to get advice, and you can register courses only after you attend the orientation. And for master's students, this is the best time for you to submit the first semester degree plan when you meet with your faculty advisor. Do not wait until by the end of the first semester of enrollment. Degree plan is not a binding contract, so you choose the course outlines, and if you change your mind, one or two courses, just go ahead and do it. And if you have some questions in the degree plan, always you can meet with your advisor or contact with us in our graduate program office. Here are some the online resources. So this is the ECE graduate program webpage, and here is the university catalog page. This the yellow highlighted page. Once you come to our program, this is a very important page because this page provides all the forms that you need during your graduate program. So this is the great resourceful page that you can go to this page and there are forms. And you can download and get advice and signed and turn it in. Here is our YouTube link for the ECE program, ECE department. There are many the previous information webinar recorded videos there, and previous semesters orientations, and even job search webinar is there. So you can watch whatever you want to watch in that YouTube link over there. Please don't get me wrong. If you watched the orientation in the previous semester, that does not make you waived for attending the new student orientation. You must attend the orientation for each semester that you are for the semester that you are coming in. Okay, because the details for each semester may different from one semester to another. Okay. Especially for the pandemic period, there are so many changes from one semester to another. So we are kind of the getting the remove all this the pandemic kind of requirement, but it is absolutely mandatory that you attend the orientation for the semester that you are entering into. If you need help, once again, we have a centralized email address, ecegradprogram@utd.edu for any and all assistance. Okay, do not try to contact individually. Please send your inquiry here, and it will be all answered timely. And we have the social media, Instagram and Facebook. ECE graduate program social media there, and there are additional social media for ECE department. So that concludes all my the presentation, and welcome to UTD ECE. And here I'd like to start the live Q&A session.
Hello, Professor.
Yes.
Professor Lee, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Thank you. My question is about the already admitted PhD student for fall 2022. We are told to apply for TA by 15th of February as deadline, which I did, and up to now I've not gotten any response regarding whether it is positive or otherwise. And on the webpage, it says the results will be out between 2nd and 15th of April. So my question is, is it out and we don't know, or are we still expecting it? And why is it this late this time? Thank you.
So you're in the PhD TE program, you said?
Yeah, PhD, correct.
So did you contact the faculty of your research interest?
Yes, and he also doesn't I contacted him to tell him that I've not gotten any response. He said, yeah, he's also expecting response too. That was 2 weeks ago, that he will keep me in touch whenever I get any response. So I'm just worried that it's not supposed to be, maybe it's already too late, or has there been people that have already gotten funding already? I just need to know.
So for any PhD admitted students, it's the same message that I can convey you. I was an international student 30 years ago. I was admitted into the PhD program, and I have the same, the issue that you have now. You need to put best effort to make your case, contact as many faculty as possible in your research interest, and then you need to get faculty support. Without faculty support, there is no TA, there is no RA. So, you need to make your case presented well to the faculty of your research interest. You need to directly talk to those faculty and have him or her accept you, show you that I am this good and please accept me. So that's what you need to do for any PhD students. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But my question is this: I've already gotten a support of a faculty member who before I applied. So now what I'm expecting now is a response from the TA admin or department to say if decisions have been made or not. That is what I want to know. I got a support already, and before I applied.
Once again, you need to talk to, once you got the faculty that you talked with, for any TA or RA, you can talk directly to the faculty, because he or she knows all this result. And he or she is the one, if you are not selected, he or she needs to find a way. It is not the department. So there is a committee. There is a committee selecting these TA awards, okay? And each, the faculty advisor, they are already informed, okay? So if you already talked with one faculty member and he or she, wants to work with you, he or she already knows all the results. So you need to directly talk to that faculty. Did I answer your question?
Okay. I thought that yes, partially. What I understood is that the decisions have been made.
Basically,
is that correct?
It's the TA assignment, TA award. It is already informed to each faculty member, and it is, many students mistakenly think that well, one university and another university is different. So the managing of the TA awards and those kind of things, even the different departments say it is management of TA is different. So our ECE program, it is all related to your research, the faculty. Okay, so there is no separate part of the TA that I hold or department hold that can be distributed to the incoming PhD students. In our department, there is zero that we can do. So it is all already, discussed in the committee, and it is already distributed to each faculty member. So I want you to talk to the faculty that you talked with, and he or she can provide much more information. Any other question?
Hi, Professor. At some point during your presentation, you mentioned machine learning. So my question is, do you have a research specialization available in your department whereby I could specialize in machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, that kind of thing?
Absolutely. The let me tell you this first. The machine learning, it is not new. It is the technology, being researched for decades. Okay, the first area that started this machine learning is signal processing. All right, our program, ECE program, has a lot of the faculty in signals and systems, the concentration. So there are quite the handful of the faculty members who are handling this signal processing, and in the signal processing they are doing this applied machine learning and those kind of things, and AI applied in the research. We have the course named applied machine learning and pattern recognition. I don't exactly remember that exact name of the course, but we do have the several faculty members, and there are the students graduate from those courses or from those faculties lab. They are placed in the AI and machine learning jobs. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I think so. And then the other question is, at your department at UTD, how much average time does it take for completing a PhD? Like, I'm not asking for an exact number. I know it varies between candidate to candidate and professor to professor, but on average, what is the usual number?
So you ask the some very difficult question. So as you said, and as you know already, you know the answer. It just depends on how a student does and how the advisor works with the student. So I have seen some students who graduated in the 3 years. Not surprising at all, and in graduating in 3 years. I have seen some people who do not graduate more than 6 years. Okay, in average, I would say 4 years, 4.5 years, something like that. I have no the data in my hand, but that's typically what I feel. In myself, in my lab, I have graduated so far 21 PhD students. One more PhD students will be graduating soon, so 22 in my 22 years of the faculty career. So a lot of the PhD students I graduated, and their average is something like 4.5 years. And once again, in my own lab, the fastest graduating PhD student who graduated in 3 years. Somebody stayed here for 7 years, but in average is 4.5 years. It is not about the department average, or it is not about the faculty average or something like that. It is always your research progress. So you already know the answer that you asked. One more thing that I want to mention is that so UTD is the public university in the state of Texas, and state of Texas has law, the regulation that says any PhD students with more than 99 doctoral hours, they should be leaving the university as quickly as possible. So and there is a penalty. So the 99 doctoral hours are basically like 6 years. So after 6 years of staying here in the PhD program, you have a penalty. Of course, your advisor pays the penalty, not you, but there is good the motivation to not to hold over you long time in the state of Texas. Did I answer your question?
Thank you very much. Yeah, perfectly. Thank you very much for your reply.
Any other question?
Morning, Professor. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Professor, this is regarding the Dean's Graduate Scholarship. Actually, I've applied to the Dean's Scholarship before I got the admit. So I want to know whether they still consider the scholarship, because in the website there are guidelines that I should not submit multiple applications. So I don't know whether it's in the review or I should apply again. So I'm pretty confused over here.
You should have not applied before the admission, but if you did, let me see. Let me write my email address here in the chat box. Did you see my email in the chat box? So send me your full name.
Yes, sir.
And you know, when you applied for scholarship and when you get admitted. So those information, send me email, and then I will look at it. And if I see your name in the list, and I will let you know. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any question from anyone else?
Hi.
Yes.
Excuse me, I have a question about finding a supervisor. Firstly, thank you for this webinar. Was so informative. But about finding a supervisor, I should say, unfortunately, I've sent some email to my faculty members, but unfortunately, I couldn't find any supervisor, and I should pay my tuition for the first semester, I think, and paying PhD.
Elham, your speaker is muted. So I think can you hear me? Okay, so let me just answer anyway. So you know, I already answered to another student already. So basically that's kind of the typical situation for any PhD students once you got admitted, and you know, it's different from one university to another, and some universities provides once you're admitted into PhD program, they provide this financial assistance automatically, but you know, it is typically not in public universities at all, and in our university and our department, it is not provided automatically at all. So like I said, you need to contact the faculty of your research interest, and you know, definitely you need to put your best effort to do so. You know, and you have hard time finding a faculty, you need to contact multiple faculties, and probably you need to think about you know, even changing the slightly the different directions in your research, and contact other faculty members. So it is so important to have the faculty who wants to support your the research. So I briefly mentioned about my own experience. The 30 years ago, I was an international student and incoming master's PhD student. I did not secure anything when I came, and I had to pay my own tuition for the 2 semesters. And during those 2 semesters, you know, I as soon as I came, I joined one of the labs, and I showed how good I am, and I am you know, accepted as a PhD student in that lab. I don't, you know, it's different from one university to another. When I joined there, you know, there were so many students, so many PhD students, and there are so many competition, so high competition. And, you know, some of the labs, there are waiting lines like 20 new PhD students waiting in the line. I cannot be the 21st, things like that. This is all common for all universities in the United States. So some students are very lucky to have, you know, their advisors already selected and they want to support you even before you come. They were very, very, very blessed and lucky. I was not, and you know that did not turn me down, and I just moved on. Of course, you know, I know the 1 semester or 2 semesters to yourself is really hefty, and maybe it is impossible for some countries, but you need to think the several different things, not just, you know, so widen your the search, and, you know, contact more faculty members and do your due diligence. Okay, show your excellence, why you are so good, and why the faculty should hire you. You need to show it. You need to show your case. Did I answer you?
Thank you so much. Yes, yes. I had an admission in the UT Dallas in computer and electrical engineering for the fall 2022. I'm sorry, but I extremely worry about that. I couldn't find a supervisor, and I have to pay my tuition for more than 1 semester, and it's so bad situation for me, because as I said, I've sent some email to the supervisor that my research is that my research matched to their research, but unfortunately I couldn't find any supervisor.
Like I said, I don't want to just to repeat what I said. You need to widen your search. Next question.
Hello, good morning, Professor. Myself, Sri Vishnu.
Hello.
Hello, Professor. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Professor. My question is regarding I haven't received any notification or information regarding the webinar. I just got it shared by my friend.
Excuse me, I don't
regarding
have
this
your
webinar.
voice because of the speed of internet. Unfortunately, I asked my question in the chat room. If you allowed me, please.
Yeah, you can go ahead and put it in the chat your question. Sure, Vishnu, continue.
Yeah, Professor. I was not notified regarding the webinar. Like, what if the same thing happens for the orientation also? I'm one of the students admitted to electrical engineering.
When did you get admission?
March 4th.
That's strange. So be sure to write your full name and personal email address in the chat box.
Sure, Professor. I'll do it. Thank you.
Yeah, you should be in the list. And well, there can be errors here and there, but you should be in the list. And you know, and you already heard me. We have fall 2022 orientation. You should be there. Okay.
Yes, Professor. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And Professor, there's one more question regarding the orientation itself. There is a online orientation going on May 25th, right? And we have also registered for the in-person orientation. Like, is it compulsory to attend both, or only the online is preferred?
The in-person orientation is not required. At least for ECE, it is not required. Once you attend virtual orientation, May 25th orientation, that is all you need. We may have in-person orientation just before the semester starts for those who, for some reasons, miss those virtual orientation. And international student office, they may have their own version of orientation for international students. Okay, so that may be in person, but for department orientation, May 25th virtual orientation is all you need to attend.
Okay, Professor, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other question from anyone else? Mayank, how is it going in chat box? Most of the questions are answered live in the chat box?
Yes, Professor, most of them are answered. I'm answering a few now.
Okay, thank you.
So, like this, Aniket has a question on individual instruction. So he's asking how often is the individual instruction or research allowed for EE students, and does it require any specific permission from the department or professor? What are the steps to be taken to register for the same? So you can,
yeah, you can take up. So if you're a master's student, you can take up to one individual instruction as a part of your master's degree requirement. To have the individual instruction, you need to have a faculty consent. So you need to talk to a faculty of your research interest, and they should agree that okay, I will allow you to have the individual instruction. So individual instruction is typically it is research for one semester, and that's three semester credit hour research. And at the end of the semester, that faculty will give you grade, so letter grade. So what is needed? You need to have faculty who you can work with for individual study.
Yes, Professor. And other question is, I have two prerequisites. Can I use them up in my 30 credit hours?
No, the prerequisites, you need to look at the degree requirement. If those prerequisites can be counted in the degree requirement, yes. But if that is out of the degree requirement, it cannot be counted.
Okay, and Kashif is asking, I want to defer my PhD admission to fall 23. Will it affect my UTD profile negatively and affect my chances of getting funding for the next fall?
Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, so he's asking if I defer my PhD admission to fall 23, will it affect my UTD profile negatively and affect my chances of getting funding for the next fall?
No. So, the deferment is just your choice. It does not affect anything. But deferment is up to 1 year. Okay, so be sure to understand that. And so if you are admitted into fall 22, you can defer to fall 23. That is not a problem. But beyond that point, you need to apply again. the funding and those kind of things. Like I said, one more time for PhD students, it is really you find a research advisor that solves all the problems of fundings and everything. So for department and my office, that ECE graduate program office, we don't do anything about the funding. So nothing will affect and negatively impact on if you decide to defer.
That's all, Professor, for now. No, nothing else, like no other question that I can see. If you guys want to ask question, now is a good time. Go ahead.
Anybody wants to ask any more question?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, actually I have a query regarding the scholarship, the Johnson School Dean Scholarship. So I received that one last week through mail. So I was wondering, like I got my I-20 before the scholarship. So can I get a new I-20 with the revised tuition fee considering the scholarship?
Of course, you know, you can contact the ISSO and our department office will send you the award letter and those kind of things, and you can put that award letter to ISSO and they may revise it. It may not be needed at all, whatever.
Okay.
You know, but it's really the I-20 is all about all in the hand of the ISSO, not in the. So if you accepted the scholarship and signed all the form, and you will receive a letter from the department of the offer, and then you may forward that to ISSO so that you have revised I-20. But like I said one more time, you may not need the revised I-20 at all.
Okay. Yeah, and one more question. Like in the mail, they asked me to submit the talent release form, and in that a witness signature was asked. So, like, who should sign it? Anyone can do that.
So you may left it blank and just submit.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
You are an adult and you don't need any the other to just stand by you. So by the way, congratulations, Satvi.
Thank you so much.
And I want you to, do well in our program. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So Atharv is asking, we have to complete the prerequisites during our first semester at UTD or before the start of the first semester?
For prerequisite, it should be.
Yeah.
How many prerequisites?
Okay. He's not two. He's mentioning two prerequisites.
Yeah, so the students need to finish the prerequisites as quickly as possible. So strongly recommend to finish it in first semester.
Okay.
So along with this, and he or she can take the one graduate class to get it started.
I'm interested in some CS subjects out of 6 elective credits. Can I be allowed to take 1 or 2 more subjects instead of concentrated subjects?
ECS elective, the number of ECS electives allowed is very clearly specified in degree plan. So, depending on your the graduate program, EE only 1 ECS elective is allowed. CE 2 ECS elective is allowed. So, for those ECS elective, what we mean by ECS elective is any course in engineering school. So it can be CS courses, it can be biomedical or mechanical, whatever you are interested in, they are counted toward your master's degree requirement. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. So where can we get information regarding prerequisites for computer engineering? I guess that's only mentioned in your admission letter, right? If there's any.
And it is in the degree plan. The degree plan, you can click it and you can see all those, you know, the prerequisites for each course.
Yeah, for each course, yeah. While registering, you must remove them if they are already in your transcripts, or if they are not, then you have to complete that.
Yeah, yeah. So degree plan is always, you know, the best resource to start from if you have those prerequisites. In some students, admitted students, in admission letter, some courses are assigned. That means the admission committee feels that your background is not enough to get it started, but with those courses you are allowed to get it started in our graduate program. So it's kind of the conditional admission that you must finish those prerequisites while you're in this the program.
Okay, so yeah, one more question. Do we have any fee for international student orientation? I guess no. That you have to clarify from intercultural programs. I think they host that.
Yeah, they host it, so the you know they can answer better, but I would be very surprised if they charge anything for the orientation. Actually, you should receive reward rather than pay the fee for attending orientation.
Yeah. So I'm mentioning the link for intercultural programs if you want to contact them.
Once you attend our orientation, department orientation, we will provide all those links in our the department orientation.
Hi, Professor. Can you please talk about some companies that may offer internships to students who are pursuing masters with power and energy system concentration?
I cannot list those companies, you know, but you know, like I said, you know, there are many companies all around. So you know, most of the companies that you heard about in internationally, the known companies, they are all seeking internships. So specifically for power, I am not in the area of power, so I don't have the better knowledge. But you know, like I said, in master's program, most of the students get you know, find those internships.
Yeah. So Shri Vishnu has raised hand, so you can unmute him. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Sorry to disturb you with one more question, Professor. This question is regarding I have two tasks pending on my side that I have to submit my official degree certificate and consolidated mark sheet transcript. So is it compulsory to courier them right now, or can I submit it once I reach the university?
So you know, Mayank, you can provide the link for the Shri Vishnu in the chat box, but I can answer it right now. So basically, you know, once you are admitted and you are studying here, then you need to submit the official transcript and official certificate. So the university rule is that, you know, for application, you can always submit unofficial transcript, and that is perfectly fine, and your admission decision is made. And once you come here, and you can register classes even without any of these. But once you come here, and August the 22nd is the first day for fall 22. So if you're coming fall 22 until August 21st, the 1 day before the semester starts, you need to submit official transcript and official certificate. So that is the university rule. And how can I submit those official transcripts and official certificates? My uncle will provide the link to the webpage, and that webpage describes all those details. So either you can submit it online, if your the previous institution can submit online official the documents, or you can submit the physical documents in person when you come. I know some of you, you know, are, you know, some of the previous institutions do not issue those until the semester starts here at UTD. We make a waiver. Well, actually, the you know, make an exception so that you can submit it later. So you can start your graduate study here in August the 22nd, and then, you know, submit it like 1 month later, 2 months later, something like that. Those kind of cases, we make exceptions. So it is, what I mean by we is not the department, or the admission office, they make an exception, okay? So we need to work all together if you cannot submit all those official documents before the semester starts. Even though you're, you know, you can have the official documents before the semester starts, and you don't submit the official documents, then on the first day of the semester, you will be automatically dropped from all courses. Okay, so the submitting official documents is very important.
And also, I would like to clarify one more thing on this, that please do not treat ECE grad program email as a official way to submit your transcripts. It is not. Do not send your transcripts, official transcripts there. You have to either come in person at UTD. When you'll come, you can, there's a drop box here. You can drop there in the sealed envelope. Every document you can easily drop there. Or there is I've attach that link in the chat. You can go there, and there are different ways that you can submit the official transcripts or degree certificates via various methods. So please do not mail it to ECE grad program.
Thanks a lot, Mayank. That is a very, very good comment. Basically, once again, any document that you submit, don't send it to the department, because we don't know how to handle it. Okay, it is by you. You can just submit it in the portal yourself, or most of these go to admission office, and you need to contact that admission office. Once you admit it, definitely that is the case, that they need official the documents. Okay, and once you submit it to us, we don't know how to handle it. Okay, we just need to just go back to you that please go to this website and do this, and it is just wasting of time back and forth. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a question from Akash. He's asking, are there any other scholarships rather than Johnson Dean Scholarship, so that I can get qualified for in-state tuition fees?
Johnson, the Johnson School Dean's Scholarship is the only powerful scholarship that you can think of for having this in-state tuition rate. Pathways to Research is another scholarship, but it is only for master's students with a thesis option. And it is, again, you need to find thesis advisor for your master's degree.
Yeah, and someone is asking, are there any online groups or chat rooms for ECE Fall 22 students where we can all share and communicate information?
Was that again?
Are there any online groups or chat rooms for ECE Fall 22 students? That is, I probably is asking, made by university or made by the department. I do not believe there is one, but like when I was also coming, then there was individual groups on WhatsApp that you can join. Probably reach out on Facebook and join some groups. So people will communicate there only. If there is any official group, then I think Professor can share.
I think there is an official group, at least for ECE side, there is no official the group at all. And many the incoming students, they contact the student organizations with their own heritage, and in that the organization, they may have they're organized in for newly incoming student. And as Mayank said, you can connect with the other people in the social media, but we do not have official the group in Insta or Facebook or something.
But we do have Instagram handle and a Facebook handle that I'll be posting links of. You can definitely check those for recent updates on department and if there's any important news that you guys need. So
Absolutely.
here's the Instagram handle and
Instagram and Facebook for ECE graduate program, and you can subscribe it and you can talk to each other.
Yeah.
Any questions, Mayank?
Good morning,
No,
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm having one query. How many subjects we need to take per semester, sir?
For international students, you need to maintain full-time student status. It is because of the immigration law, and full-time student status is defined as 9 semester credit hours. So for fall semester, spring semester, you must take 9 semester credit hours. For summer, you can just take off and do not take any classes, or you can take the up to 6 credit hours. That is the maximum. So that is number of credit hours that you can take.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, I have one question.
Let me answer to Paban one more time. Okay. So 9 semester credit hours is maximum as well as minimum. You cannot take less than 9 semester credit hours. You cannot take more than 9 semester credit hours. So it is something related to the federal law in the United States.
Noted, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm having some trouble accessing the chat box in my Microsoft Teams. So all the information that you are sharing in the chat box, is there any way for me to get it via email or something else? Because I can't access the chat box.
Mayank, can you get okay, read one.
So
yes.
Can you, if you can be a little bit particular about what information that you need, then we'll probably provide you. But I cannot share the entire chat box with you on email. So please.
Read one.
Yeah.
Write down my email address, and I will forward it to Mayank, and Mayank can send you this the chat box questions and answers.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
So ready? So are you ready to write down my email address?
I can find it out. No problem.
Okay. Very good.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, in many web pages, my email address is everywhere. So.
Okay, so we have a question from Pratik. He is asking, can I opt for subjects now? So if you are asking that you can register for subjects now, I think you cannot. You have to wait till orientation for that.
You can register for courses only after orientation.
So I actually cannot understand what he means by opt for subjects now. I am assuming it's registering. So
if that opt is for registering, like I said, you can register for courses only after you attend the orientation. So our faculty advisors are already informed, and they are all available to meet with you in virtually, and they can advise you and they can help you out the course registration forms and things like that, degree plans and those kind of things, and then you can immediately register for courses if you are ready right after orientation.
yep. And Karthik is asking, how do I access my degree plan? Okay, degree plan is not something that you access. It is what you submit every time, every semester. So I am sharing the link for the forms that contains all the degree plans. You can look in the whichever major you are doing, if it's computer engineering, telecom, communication engineering, or electrical engineering. There are degree plans for all. You can have a look at them, and you can have an idea as to how to fill them later on. But there's no need to fill them right now.
Yeah, so the degree plan, like I presented, for master's degree students, you need to submit 2 degree plans: first semester degree plan and final degree plan. Okay, 2 times, not every semester. It is just before the first semester or 1 semester prior to your graduation, the final degree plan. And
okay, he's asking if I just need to know if I have any prerequisites. So that you will know on your offer letter itself. If it's mentioned there, then you have any prerequisite. Otherwise, you don't.
So for CE program, you need to look at the degree plan, and there are very clearly specified prerequisites for each course. So look at those. That is nothing to do with the prerequisites in admission letter. Prerequisites in admission letter, it is written there because the committee feels that you don't have enough background. If your admission letter says a certain prerequisites, you must take those courses in the first semester. And degree plan, each course has prerequisites. Some graduate course does not have a prerequisite, but each course has a prerequisite. And you need to look at carefully the prerequisites listed in the degree plan for each course.
Yeah, go ahead, Karthikeya, you can ask a question. Raise your hand.
Yeah. Good morning, Professor. Sorry, just to reiterate this. So when you said when you talk about prerequisites and not the ones that are mentioned in the admission letter, you're basically saying that some courses are more advanced, and to take them, we need to first take like prerequisite courses. That is what you're referring to, correct?
Almost all graduate courses, regardless of the degree program, there are prerequisites. And some of these prerequisites are undergraduate classes that you already took. So, that won't be an issue whatsoever. But there are some courses in graduate courses that require another graduate course as prerequisites. So you need to very carefully look at that, okay? EEC don't matter. Management or philosophy, it don't matter. Most of the graduate courses always have these prerequisites, okay? So, but if those prerequisite courses are like the common undergraduate courses, you already got it because you are admitted.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's so right.
You don't need to provide any proof or something that I took this course, and they will say, I already know you are admitted, okay? But for graduate courses that requires another graduate course as a prerequisite, then definitely you need to take that prerequisite course first to take this course. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll like to state a simple example. For example, in EE, we can only take advanced VLSI if we have opted for VLSI in the previous semester. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. I see.
that's example for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at the
Thank you,
plan.
sir.
Look at the bigger plan. Okay.
Okay.
Any other question from anyone else?
No, there are no questions in chat box. You can go ahead, raise your hand, and start
Hello.
asking questions if you have any.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm Adityan. I got a doubt. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. In the catalog website, it has mentioned that we could take one 5,000 level course if it's a prerequisite to any other course. Can we take that together in the same semester?
No, prerequisite is always taken before taking that course required the prerequisite. It cannot be taken in the same semester.
Okay. Can we take take that course if we had a similar course in our undergrad? Like, if we feel like we need to go through that course again, is it possible to take it again?
Nothing blocks you to take the similar course that you already took in the undergraduate program.
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. The prerequisite issues are mostly for, that there are more questions in CE than EE because CE program, some of the courses are from CS side and some of the courses are from CE or EE side. So for those who are in the CE program, please carefully look at, well, all these current and the former students don't have any issue, but so there should be no really any major issue, but maybe you better look at it carefully to avoid any the issue you may not expect it, and then there are some issues.